everybody, this is Angela Savage, the daughter of IndyCar driver Swede Savage. It's time to watch stories from motorsports. My buddy, Doug Kenny, loves to share the journey of people in racing, and he is an amazing dude. Drivers, owners, fans, and team members, watch the SFM podcast.
Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny from Stories from Motorsports. I'd like to thank my buddy Josh Mabe for the YouTube work he did years ago that inspired me to create this platform. I'd like to thank my buddy Victor Sifton for convincing me to get back into it after my hiatus from 2017 to 2019. I have a very special treat for you all today with an amazing journey from an amazing racing figure. Drivers, start your engines. I heard a really interesting story from a picture that I found online. It was taken a few months after the ruling of the 1981 race had come out, and after Mario decided to not appeal any further, and in the picture, Bobby was seen talking with Mario and Rick Mears, and I was told that in the story behind the image, Bobby was about to tell Rick a story and give him some advice, and Mario was looking towards Rick with a look as if to say, "Oh, brother."
Yeah, and I am sure. My dad, those two, Mario and my dad, were, again, extremely close, so they really did know each other very well, and up to, right at that point. Right, so you're saying this is at the ruling? Okay, so up until that court case started, they were really tight. You know what I mean? Go to dinner and hang, tight. And, wow, I can only imagine what Mario thought of all that. And my dad, too. It was sad.
Yeah.
For both families, it was all of a sudden very different. I have to say, Mario never treated us any different as far as myself or anyone else in the family. He's nothing but class, always has been, always will be. But it still wasn't nice.
Nah, and it was just two drivers that wanted to win the same race.
Well, they got along so well because they're extremely similar. As far as competitiveness, desire to win, all of those things. Holy mackerel, those guys were true brothers in that sense.
Yeah,
all the way down the road.
For sure. And
the driving styles were extremely similar, actually, I think.
Yeah, definitely. They were both pretty successful in their doing and with different journeys, but similar,
Mm-hmm. And versatile drivers and hard charging, and they both went for poles real hard. Uncle Al was quite the contrast in driver style than my father. But him and Mario were very similar.
Yeah, for sure. Did you find it ironic growing up that it seemed like every time Mario had a heartbreak at Indianapolis or came close to winning, how it seemed like it was always an Unser that pulled it off? Not just with Mario, but with Michael as well. Do you consider?
No, that's now you're getting into kind of the weird side of it. I think Indy has a bit of its own, call it luck, call it its own spirit, whatever you want to say to that. While motorsports in general have blessed the Andrettis in many ways, I don't think Indy. It's like Indy is something that I always energetically just felt like it wasn't there to get. It's a funny thing. Mario never broke a bone in a race car. Did you know that?
Yep.
That's. I'll give you a Mario story. It was given to me by Al Jr. And this still blows my mind every time I hear it or even think of it. So Al Jr.'s visiting the Andretti's up in Pocono or in the mountains of Pennsylvania, wherever at Mario's house. Mario flies around ultralights. Literally, like, when he's going to go out and see a neighbor, he goes, gets his little ultralight, takes off in his front yard, flies to his neighbor, right? That's Mario. That's what he does. That's where he hangs out. Mario's flying around. He flew all around, da-da-da. Came back. Al said he told him, I'll be back in a little bit, go inside. And they're all in, and I guess Michael and everyone else, and everybody's in the house, and it's starting to get dark. Somebody said, it's starting to get dark. Dad should be back. Where's Dad? Where's Mario? And Al said about that time, a truck pulls in the long driveway. Obviously, he's big enough to be able to take his ultralight off in his front yard, pulling up the driveway with an ultralight in the back. The whole time, Mario's been telling Al, trying to talk him into this ultralight. He needs to have one of these in Chama because we got big spaces and, perfect fly around New Mexico, yada, yada, yada. And here he comes with this ultralight folded up in the back of a truck. Well, apparently, this thing, upon landing at his friend's house, the wings folded up and he crashed. And apparently dropped like several hundred feet out of the sky. Thump. Not a scratch on Mario.
Pretty.
The ultralight was wadded up in the back of a truck. And they had to drive it in. So, Mario's, you can also count on that. I mean, you could set a nuke off next to him and I bet he doesn't get scratched. That's just always been the thing with Mario, whereas we've lost actually a life every generation. Like Uncle Jerry died at Indy. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Debbie died in Elephant Butte. So Indy's been really good to our family, but we've also had a lot of broken bones and nicks and crashes and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I think it's funny. It's different energies that come with different drivers, and that's the whole thing with, we could go down the list.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit like and subscribe if you did so, and please continue supporting our amazing guest. And everybody, we'll see you next time on SFM.
Hi, this is Ted Warner speaking. While the checkered flag is waved for this program, stay tuned for next week for the next episode of SFM. Thanks to Doug Kenny for what he does for motorsports.